Life never stops changing. The seasons shift, our children grow, we grow older. Yet we spend so much of our energy trying to hold everything still, trying to make life predictable, trying to keep it under control. And in doing so, we miss what life is actually offering us. Because the truth is, life has never been under our control. It moves, it shifts, it evolves, whether we want it to or not. The only constant in life is change. When we left the United States, people asked us why. Some thought we were running away. Others couldn't imagine ever wanting something different. But for me, it wasn't about escape. It was about learning to live with change instead of resisting it. Every day, life gives us little reminders that nothing stays the same. Children grow out of their clothes overnight. One season ends and another quietly begins. Even the smallest routines shift, and suddenly, what once felt so ordinary is gone. I've seen this most clearly in my own family. My oldest two children are adults now, out in the world making their own choices. And here I am starting again with a toddler who's nearly 3. It's such a strange and beautiful perspective to look at the grown children you've once held in your arms while holding a little one who still believes the whole world fits inside yours. It's a reminder that nothing stands still. We don't just raise children once, we raise ourselves again and again, right alongside them. And as women, our bodies remind us of this truth too. This year, I turned 40, and everything in our culture tells women to resist that, to fight the lines on our face, to cling to youth, to fear what comes next. But aging is just another form of change, and resisting it only brings suffering. The real beauty is letting it happen and embracing the wisdom, that softness, that grounding that comes with age. Our children grow, we grow, our bodies change, our roles change. The ups and downs in life can either create fear or growth. Which one it becomes depends entirely on how we choose to see change. Is it frightening or is it exciting? Is it something to resist or something to embrace? When people imagine leaving what they know, fear rises up quickly. Fear of being surrounded by a language they don't understand. Fear of loneliness, of having to make new friends in a strange place. Fear that they might wake up one day and regret it all, that moving was a mistake. Fear of anything unfamiliar, anything that doesn't look like what they've always known. These fears are so human, but they're also cages. Fear tells us life must be predictable. It must be defined, structured, and controlled. Otherwise, it isn't safe. And so we build cages for ourselves, cages that look like routines, or jobs, or even neighborhoods we never leave. At first, those cages feel like protection, but they aren't real protection. They don't keep us safe. They keep us small. They keep us living in fear instead of living in freedom. They keep us from experiencing life as it truly is, unpredictable and alive. What feels like safety to one person can feel like suffocation to another. But either way, the cage is still a cage. world's biggest problems, racism, politics, war, when you trace them all the way back, you often find the same root: fear. Fear of what's different, fear of what's uncertain, fear of not being in control. That fear causes us to cling tighter, to try to bend life to our will, to try to control not only our own lives, but sometimes even the lives of others. But the harder we try to control life, the more it slips through our fingers, and the more we suffer. Since moving, life has slowed down. We eat together more, we sit longer at the table, we walk more, drive less, and let the day unfold at its own pace. And in those pauses, I'm reminded, the peace we're all searching for doesn't come from control. It comes from acceptance. It comes from realizing that life is not meant to be gripped tightly. It's meant to be lived. So, what if we all stopped fighting change? What if instead of resisting, we allowed life to just unfold naturally? What if instead of needing to know exactly how things will turn out, we just trusted that it's okay not to know? Because whether you fight it or not, life will change. Children grow, seasons shift, our bodies age, the world evolves. There's no stillness in life, only movement. And the more we can accept that, the freer we become. I don't think moving across the world is the answer for everyone, but for me, it was a way of stepping outside of that cage, a way of choosing growth over fear. And every day, I'm reminded change is not the enemy, fear is. The cage of fear can look like safety, but it's not safety. It's limitation. It keeps you from truly living, from experiencing the full rhythm of life. The cage keeps you small, but life was never meant to be lived small. So if you feel the fear of change tugging at you, maybe that's not something to run from. Maybe it's an invitation to loosen your grip, to step into the unknown, to remember that life is not under your control, and that's okay. Because in the end, the only constant in life is change. And real freedom begins the moment you step outside the cage.